What's your story and where are you from?
My story, Instagram, what's up?
Not story we add, not story IG. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Do you know, guys, English is spoken around the world, but the sounds are never exactly the same. Welcome to my final project on English phonetics and phonology. Big thank you to my lecturer, Mem Hanisah Hanafi, and my friend Beliani Isabil Khan that helps a lot for this project. For the analysis section of this project, I select one participant, Adit. His pronunciation was recorded and analyzed to identify phonetic features and phonological process present in their speech.
My family, one mom, one dad, 4 kids. My close friends, so weird. So guys, I'm so grateful I'm not good English.
From the result of my analysis, I discovered that the participant produced several phonological processes such as deletion, insertion, assimilation, and dissimilation. First, let's discuss the deletion process observed in the participant's speech. Deletion occurs when certain sounds are dropped during pronunciation. In this analysis, the participant produced family instead of family, showing that the sound of A is deleted. As you guys can see, the distinctive features of E is plus continuum, minus high, plus voice, and plus tense. The analysis discovered that the vowel A is deleted, which changed the structure of the word. When A is removed, the following consonant L becomes more prominent in the syllable. As a result, the original vowel is pronounced as a schwa. This is a common pattern in English, especially in unstressed syllables, where vowels often become weaker and more centralized. Okay, next let's discuss the insertion process observed in the participant's speech. Insertion happens when a sound is added to a word, often to make pronunciation easier. In this case, the participant pronounced grateful as grateful, showing that the sound of U was inserted. The distinctive feature of U is plus continuum, plus back, plus round, and plus voice. My analysis found the unexpected insertion of the vowel U between the consonant F and L is an example of epenthesis. This likely happens because of the participant's first language, Bahasa Indonesia, where pronunciation usually follows spelling closely. When encountering English consonant clusters that are not allowed in Bahasa Indonesia, the participant adds the vowel of U to make the word easier to pronounce. This shows how the sound pattern of first language can affect how a second language is spoken, leading to systematic insertion of sound. Now, let's discuss the assimilation process observed in the participant's speech. Assimilation happens when the sound is influenced by another sound nearby, often to make pronunciation easier. In this case, the participant pronounced fan as fans, where the sound of the changed to become the sound of S. Here I already show you guys about the distinctive features of the sound of the and S. The distinctive feature of the is plus coronal, plus anterior, plus abrupt release, plus voice, and minus tense. For the sound of S, the distinctive features are plus coronal, plus continent, plus strident, minus voice, and plus tense. This happens simply just because it is influenced by the neighboring sound of S in the word of so. Last but not least, let's discuss the dissimilation process observed in the participant's speech. Dissimilation happens when one sound changes so it is less similar to another nearby sound. In this case, the participants pronounce the word of kids as kids, showing how sound can change to reduce similarity and make speech easier. As you guys can see, the distinctive features of E are plus continuum, plus high, plus tense, and plus voice. Also, the distinctive features of A is plus continuant, minus high, plus tense, and plus voice. When analyzing the data, we can see an overgeneralized phonological process. This occurs when a learner tries to pronounce words like a native speaker, but applies rule too widely. For example, the participant replaced the vowel of E with A, tempting a native-like pronunciation but producing an incorrect form. The next example is the participant pronounced not as not. This type of error is influenced by the learner's first language because the participant's native language pronounce words mostly as they are written. They produce O instead of A. This shows that first language sound patterns can strongly affect how learners pronounce English vowels, especially when English spelling does not match its sounds. In conclusion, the phonological patterns found in the study show that a learner's first language strongly influence how they develop pronunciation in a second language. The participants' tendency to adjust English sound to fit the Indonesian sound system illustrates how complex second language phonology can be, as learners often rely on familiar first language patterns when dealing with new sound in the target language. This result helps us better understand the challenges Indonesian learners face in learning English and highlight the important role in first language transfer in shaping their pronunciation. They also provide useful insights for developing more effective teaching strategies in pronunciation instruction. These are the reference that I use. I got all of this from the LIZ website, where I can find a lot of papers there about English phonetic and phonology. We already on the ending of this video. Thank you in advice, and don't forget to give me 100 points or a plus for this subject. Thank you, ma'am.